Karate Combat, like I summed up on the podcast that time, is like an 80s movie. It's like it's like when I grew up watching martial arts movies with my dad, and you'd watch a Chuck Norris or a Bruce Lee fight scene. Somehow they've made the rule set so that the fights actually look like that. So again, you're living out your childhood watching it. And if you're privileged enough to stand on the side of the pit and look down, it's fucking the best platform to watch, because you're seeing these dudes make impact right in front of you, get splashed with blood if you're close enough, right? Obviously, most of the seats in the house are pretty sick. I think these guys have just fluked it. These guys have got incredibly lucky and just made, especially in the grappling sense, the best stage for grappling. The pit walls are the best stage for grappling. Obviously, people throwing out crazy ideas before, like Rogan was saying guys should fight on a basketball court, but I mean, people just keep backing up. I like the pit wall because in MMA against the cage, the guy can back up against the cage and have pretty good defensive postures, but because the pit wall's angled backwards, you're falling backwards slightly, so you are quite vulnerable there. Great for grappling, because if you back up, you don't just hit a vertical platform, you fall backwards, and you actually do feel quite vulnerable. So it has completely solved the solution of stalling for grappling. Again, you won't believe it. Obviously, we have some incredible minds in the sport of grappling. Obviously, we have serial killers that sell a lot of instructionals on BJJ Fanatics. We have the brilliant minds at Flow Grappling that obviously do great things for this sport. Everyone universally loves them. But again, it's the Karate Combat guys, a sim, that have figured out how to host a grappling event. Make of that what you will, but again, it is the best platform for grappling. If you try to run away from a leg lock or something, you're going to run into the pit wall. And you saw Ricky Simon get heel hooked by Joel Miao, which was brilliant. No one in the crowd of karate experts knew at all what happened, but when they saw the replay, I assume they saw it was a leg lock of some variety. But yeah, the pit's the best. Like for me against Phil, he backed up on there, he put his hand on the wall. For a 32-year-old man that can dunk a basketball that is only 6 foot, I am only 6 foot tall. Many men claim to be 6 foot tall and argue with me when I say I'm only 6 foot. They say, fuck, Craig, you're huge, you must be 6'2". Wrong. They're 5'11", and 5'11" in my book makes you a female. Guys, I jump pretty high. We're able to get it on Phil Rowe, and the grip of the canvas is more like a boxing ring than your traditional grappling mats, so I didn't slide down. He couldn't have slammed me from that position. I had quite a bit of friction to finish the triangle in that position. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. Going forward, I potentially might only compete for Karate Combat because, again, they take care of me. It's a fucking fun event. We come out with a mariachi band, again, embracing my Mexican heritage. The contrast between working for them and, say, working for Flow or something is night and day. It's an entirely fun experience, and I'll be back. I'll be back on potentially every one of these events. We're going to blow Karate Combat up. Karate Combat combined with Mexican Grand Karate. They call it the Pit Submission Grappling Series. I think it should just be called Ground Karate. So I think I'm going to be a part of this. I'm going to blow this shit up. We might potentially dethrone everything in the sport through the use of the pit and proper matchmaking and actually treating the athletes well. But as you guys saw, it's a hell of a show. Even when the show kicked off, there was this 44-year-old Chuck Norris-looking motherfucker that got the shit kicked out of him in the first round. I don't know what happened. The second altitude hit the other guy, but the other guy got fucking spinning snap kicked twice in the head and went down and was very confused what happened. But yeah, props to that 44-year-old guy. I think he runs some massive karate brand or something. But like I say, I like being a part of the Karate Combat experience because it's what my mom has thought I've been doing for the last 20 years of my life. Now I'm a part of karate. I'm a part of what she's been telling her friends for years. So again, going forward, Karate Combat, like it or not, and I'm not being paid to say this, is probably the future of grappling. They haven't had a single boring grappling match yet. Think about it. They put on Wagner versus Luke. Huge upset in that. Luke gets submitted, but it was an exciting match. It was exciting because of the results. Big Dan versus Max Gimenez. Exciting. It was an upset. Max takes that victory. Helena faced someone. She wins. She always wins. Then on our card, Joao Miao, Ricky Simon, me against Phil. They've all been great matches. It's hard to think of another organization that's put on 5 good matches in a row. So I think going forward, again, Karate Combat is the future. The genius minds that decided to put on Karate Combat and invent this pit wall, which I think pit's been used before in Yama or some shit. But yeah, guys, the pit's the future for grappling. Like it or not, karate is what we're doing going forward. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is gone. The future is karate. We're going back to the 80s, ladies and gentlemen. But guys, we should plug the sponsor, Sanibel. Sanibel, actually, they make a lot of gear. You could wear this in a karate event. No one would know the difference. Some comfortable gloves here. If you use the coupon code SILVER, they'll give you 18% off. And what I really appreciate them using an 18% off discount code is really what combat sports needs for people to participate in it is a constant reminder of the age of consent in most countries around the world and most states of America. So they've been kind enough to give you combat sports fans a code of silver that gives you 18% off. That reminds you, yes, the age of consent is 18. It may be 14 in Brazil, guys, but it's 18 in America. So there's your reminder for all you combat sports fans and all you jiu-jitsu professors that want a little bit of discount, and also a reminder of the age of consent.